everybody. Hey, my lovelies. How are y'all doing? It's been a rough hour or two, but God said, can't nobody break my style. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. So, you know, I've come to realize a lot of things. I really have. And not in like a bad way or against or for, but just my way. And something's got to change. So things got to change. Something got to be different at some point in time, because good Lord. Jesus, can we talk about this real quick? I'd have to change some things around. I hate the lighting in this place. But some things have got to change. And like the way I even conduct or such and such. Because it brought me to a level of myself that I just really don't like to be. I mean, who the hell wants to be there? Y'all give me a second. Oh, this is just annoying the ever-loving jugular out of me. If y'all knew how like much of a perfectionist I am, y'all would know that's gonna annoy the schmidt out of me. So them things have to change. It's got to. I feel like in some ways I've been a little unprofessional. Like I like what I do. Like I like hanging out. Like I treat y'all like. I treat people like they're friends instead of clients, and sometimes it get into that blurred lines. It's blurred lines. Oh, that's Robin Thicke, by the way. So I know you want it. I know you need it. Oh, where's my headphones at? Because I really want to hear that song. Because it's a good love. I realized that because, and despite of everything, the lines are getting blurred. And I'll just mind. Hello. It takes two people to ring a line. Me to call and you to answer. And so, and vice versa. So it just ain't just me, you know? But the lines are getting blurred and it's getting a lot. I allowed it to happen. I put myself in that spot. So it's hard for me to blame anyone else but myself. Truth. And I'm okay with that. And sometimes I can be, people actually underestimate me when I say I most definitely am a masculine. Even though, I have a pretty voice and a nice dance. I'm a masculine, y'all don't get that confused. I just, Right now, I'm trying to curb my masculinity. I don't think it's possible. I really don't. And I usually have to wait about a good 30 minutes to an hour till my people come in my room, so it's fine. Well, not 30 minutes, but 20 or so, 10, 20. But right now I'm trying to curb my masculinity. I even tried I tried this feminine thing. It's not working. Somehow, I think I'm doing it the wrong way. I think I am. Y'all, I think I am. Y'all think I'm doing it the wrong way. I really do. So I don't think I'll be doing it this way no more. It's what's about to change. Like a lot of things. I was just like, why didn't I think I was just fine the way I was? What happened then? Why don't I think I'm just fine the way I am? I don't know, maybe because the way I am is a little less successful than the way I was. So I won't be on here as much, y'all. Because if it don't make money, it just kind of don't make sense. Tarot has changed my life in a way you will never ever explain. I can never ever explain. I really cannot. It's made me into a warrior. It made me understand peace. And it made me understand why it irritated me when people interrupted it. My peace. Sometimes I didn't ask for it. It was a lot of me having to deal with people's curious nature, their curiosity. Like this. Because they didn't want to heal on their own. And they didn't want to have to do it alone. And I held out my hand and said, we will never be alone together. Someone told me something today that just rocked my world. And then a whole lot of things I realized to keep me around. And they told me today, look, I have my family now. I have everything I wanted. I don't need you no more, basically. I'll stop by when I can. Wow. Okay. And by me saying, I don't know what's going on, like, it was this and then it was that. Then they said, why are you asking so many questions? You're borderline obsessive. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. These are the same questions I asked you before. Probably at the same time, because I'm a creature of habit. I think that's what my video before had to do with. I don't know. However, I'm changing my trajectory, y'all. As much as tarot is a chosen love of mine, I have to look to the future. I'll eventually get monetized. I'm not giving up on it forever. But as of now, I need to go find my hidden treasure. She's out there somewhere. It's out there somewhere. They're out there somewhere. This just ain't it. Speaking of, it's just not it. So this is just not it. Let me see what's laid on. I'm gonna see if I can go out tonight. And get fuck off of my page. You always come on with that stuff. So I have to stand up and fight. It's like this. Why should I be like that? Why should I chase the cat? It was nothing but the dog in me. I'm loyal as all get out, and I think that's my biggest downfall. Is loyalty. Because when somebody becomes disloyal to me, then I take it very personally. I don't know. I really do. I do. I think it's my Leo moon that makes me disloyal and take it very personally. However, I also realized a lot of things. And dating and get to know and all those kind of aspects of relationships. I realized I may not necessarily need to do that right now. Because not only like is it like, oh, it's not the way I remember it. It's not the way I grew up. It's like a completely different time and era, not error, but era. And I don't think that loyalty is exactly the way it used to be. Like most relationships nowadays, they have like 2 and 3 and 4 girlfriends. They have an open relationship. Everybody fucking each other. That's not the way I grew up. That's not the way I remember it's supposed to happen. So it's time for me to focus on my dollar bills. And I'm sorry if anybody can't afford $5. And I'm sorry if anybody can't afford 10. That ain't gonna change. It's just not. Ever. The reason I put a price sign on my readings is because free, everyone came to. But when it came to, and they loved my gift, but when it comes to going from a boy to a man, sorry y'all, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your confirmation. Going from a boy to a man, or going from a girl to a woman, everybody's so hesitant, as if their question is not going to be answered properly. And yet, when it was free, it was. I'm just not going to do it. They came in, they couldn't even like or subscribe, but they got their question answered. It's probably why you're asking me if that person is not going to come back. Because all in all, commitment is commitment. And if you always are looking for something you don't have to put any work into, it ain't never going to stay. And if you always are looking for something that really felt good to you but didn't feel good to the other person, they ain't never going to stay. And if you have to go above and beyond your ordinary in order to keep that person, they broke up with you. And then you got all this great stuff going on in your life, and then they come back, they ain't never going to stay. Because as soon as you leave your great stuff, the greatest of you, or something happens to or with the greatest of you, you lose that person. Which means that they were not there for you in the first place. So who are you? You have to recognize and realize when somebody's gaming you in the first place. I am not a Nintendo. This is not a marathon race. And I'm sure not going to carry you on my motherfucking back. Especially when you are the reason why I have lack in the first place. Or I feel lack or not good enough in the first place. So no, don't come back in the worst way. Maybe for me, it's the best. Because I'm not trying to go through that same thing over and over again. Not again. Not again, Lord. Not again. Not again, Lord. Not again. You all are young out here. A lot of you. A lot of you don't see the trajectory in which you're making for yourself. Which is, some of it has to do with like, this is what I really, really want. And don't think God ain't going to give it to you. Because you prayed for it. Oh, dear God, give me this person back. And this is not projected or to anyone in particular. This is a general perspective. And I've been doing this for months. So y'all know I'm not playing with you. I'm really not. Now tomorrow I gotta get tonight I gotta do my hair. Oh God, I keep trying to put it off. But tonight or tomorrow, I don't know where they put my haircut box. But tonight or tomorrow I got to do my hair. But for the rest of the time, and for now, this is not a game. Your life is not to be played with. And if you let somebody play with you, you are damn shame. You may not want to pay $1 or a dime to this channel. But you can keep asking when such and such is going to come back. You can let people play with you like they can play with you like that. And this is exactly how I was just like, at first I thought I was wrong in a lot of the things that I felt when I was first started my journey. It's like a circle. I came right back to the beginning. I was like, God, please grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change. And one thing he said is, I made you you. You cannot change who I is. Who I is. Right here. And if you ever run into somebody that cannot accept you for who I is, they just kind of don't deserve to be there. Because you know what? They don't know who they are. Who they I is. They keep chasing and 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 chasing. When all they ever needed was right at their front door. Right here. So is I wrong? No. Who is I? Do you remember when I started this whole segment? I think when I first started about it, who is I? It took me a long time to get here. About who I is. I is. Who is I? How many people do it take to make an I? I is singular. So it's not about having the love of everyone. The majority of it has to be about loving yourself. So who is I? I is me and Hey, Joey, how are you doing? Oh, my God. That's it. That's who I is. That's why I want you all to know about all this in the first place. How you doing, Joey? How are you, sweet baby? People forget to ignore all the shit that's going on around them. Because 9 times out of 10, that's other people's shit. It's other people's shit. People always want something from you. Like this guy that keeps contacting me that just kind of really wants my music on his track, just trying to get somewhere, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I ain't doing nothing without a contract. It's like saying, come over here to sing on my song, but I ain't gonna give you a contract. If it make it famous, it's mine. Rap on my song, rap on my beat, sing with me. But if I make it famous, you ain't getting shit. Because I says, protect yourself. A lot of people want a lot of things from you. Kind of like this channel. As soon as I start to charge, ain't nobody here. But as soon as I say free, this line will be hella busy. After 30 minutes. I'm not letting it happen no more. It's not. So it's not going to change. Matter of fact, I'm putting it permanently on my line. One question at a time. One can only ask what they can afford. That will reduce the same amount of questions. I get all the same questions at the same damn time. And a lot of people don't bother. A lot of my viewers don't really want to take me seriously, but they'll show subscribe because they know it's free. That ain't right. I'm calling all of you out. It's not right. So this is not going to change. I went back because I felt like I have fewer people in my chat box now. But there's a reason for that. Even the people that actually do my bluebirds, that actually do know me in my personal life as well as online, they know that this ain't right. It's probably why. That's why. Y'all are all having a hard time out here with getting your relationships back. Because you do things that are not right and you know it. and you do a lot of things to blow it. Creatures of habit. And creatures of habit, creatures of habit, they tend to not try. They tend to not try as much as they should. They'd rather just be given things. I'm worth it. I can't give anymore. I'm going to have to say something. Hi, Mary. How you doing, sweet baby? Thank you so much for your love and light. And I appreciate you, some love and the light. How are you doing, sweet baby? I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Actually, as much as this reading sounds like sad and depressed, it's really like up and coming. I'm really happy about it. So I'm not changing for once to please anybody. How are you? That's my question. How's it been going? I genuinely want that way. Thank you so much. This is not going to change. I have to, sometimes you have to like push conformity on people that just want to be babied. That's right. You're absolutely right. The healing work is the hardest of them all. Is that, you know, you know, healing work is the hardest of them all. If I conform, I'll always be doing the same thing. If I push conformity on my goals versus someone here just to be here to ask a question of their own, things change. That way, God has me and He has you. That's exactly what I kind of said earlier. I did. It's amazing that you came on and said it. Because our God is an awesome God. And He tells us exactly what to do, to conform, and to create change. It's exactly what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to sit and we're not supposed to lay in the same bed, I don't know, until, there's dust mites and ants and roaches in it. We're supposed to eventually buy a new bed. This is my new bed. And ain't asking for much. But it's always asking for more than free. So, God bless you, Miss Mary. God bless you. God bless you. You're absolutely a wonder of this world. You know the 7 wonders of the world? You're the 8th one. God bless you. And you know what? I hope that you find somebody, or if you have somebody, I hope they really appreciate you. Or you find somebody that really can and does. Because they better. I'll send my angel after they ass. I'm right there with you. Like I said a lot of the time, I'll be like, I want to hold your hand. Is that the Beatles? Why did that come out of my hand? You will someday. But until then, I have my hand out for you to always grab anytime you need it, okay? I was telling everybody about a friend of mine who when they needed my hand to hold, I held them all the way until what they felt is greatness. I coddled them. Today they told me, I don't understand, you're borderline obsessive, and I don't understand because I got my family now. Which means what, you don't need me no more? I'm borderline obsessive, but just sending you a text message saying, how was your day? And then you try to answer me back 18 hours later when I'm asleep. And so I'm just like, what's going on here? People are insane. A little bit of insanity. When I was at work, no matter if I was at work, if I was at this or if I was doing that, I answered your questions, I read your cards, I gave you everything you needed to get to where you're at. And now that I'm like, so how's it going? And you said we were friends. Now you're like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I got my family and I got my car and I got all this stuff and everything got fixed. I don't need you no more. And it's obsessive for you to keep contacting me. First of all, you didn't even tell me all that. You just stopped answering. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, let me know. That's how people do. That's why I make people pay now. That ain't happening no more. And you would have told me, you the one contacting me again. Again. Why? Why'd you contact me again? If you so solid, straight, and good. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you so solid, straight, and good, you got your parents, you got your man. When your car was in the shop, you was on my phone constantly asking me for my direction, what I think, my positivity, taking my energy. But now that you got whatever you got to do and all your family shit fixed, now all of a sudden it's like, you're being crazy. Excuse me. You're the one who called me 30 times a fucking day. So I called you, I called and text you, what, 4 times a day? To just check and see what's going on with you because you ain't updated and said everything's fine. I'm being crazy. Well, then why did you ask for my phone number, my personal line, if we weren't supposed to be friends? Get the fuck on. You did all of that. You went all that far. You went so far. So far. You went so far to even make you to try to even make me think that you were interested in me. In another way. That's how far you went to get to where you wanted to be. And now that you're there, girl, watch your luck, girl. That's what I said. I said, you know what? And you may not believe this, but it's the truth. Thank you. Thank you very much. And okay. 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 Oh, okay. You this, you that, you this, you that. Wow. Okay. You this, you that, you this, you that. Oh. Okay. And then after she was done, you this, you that, I gave her the headlines. Read all about it. I gave her the headlines. And I told you, and then she said, after only thing she could say after my headlines is, take me off your bluebirds. You ain't hurting me by not being on my bluebirds. You're hurting yourself. Done. I'll take your number out of my phone as well. I guess you got everything that you want. You sure don't need to hear from me. God bless you. She didn't want to hear that. After I gave her her headlines and laid her straight real quick, because you can't tell me I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Hold on, wait. Wasn't you the one that and then write it on a typewriter, write a whole book about it? Wasn't you the one that was in this book? Matter of fact, I think I had a couple of lines in it. It was mostly about you. And then I'm this, I'm that. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put my point of view in it. Well, now you can take me off your bluebirds. Okay. Done. Matter of fact, I'm taking you out my phone book. Matter of fact, all them video chats that we sat there and had for fucking hours about your problems, I'm gonna take that off too. Bye. I'll flick you out of my life like a fly. Wave you off. Say goodbye. Have a healthy one. Because someday you're gonna need me. And I ain't gonna be there to receive. Because all that time I put into you, and as soon as you got everything you wanted, you try to act like, bye, in that kind of way. That's disturbing my peace. I like 4 or 5, 6, 4 months was like disturbing my damn peace. And now I'm a little up, I'm angry about it because I'm getting tired of people kind of doing that, but at the same time, I'm happy about it because yeah, it's exactly that. She will one day understand, but I just won't be here to receive all the BS that's coming back. It's not that I said, look at what you've caused. No, not yet. No, she just got what she wanted. That's not learning a lesson. When God says, when you are sitting here trying to improve yourself, yes, He will give you what you want. But as soon as you stumble and fall, you'll realize why your lesson was improved in the first place. It takes more than going through elementary school to get a full-blown a full-blown experience of what it means to learn. For real. Even if you is exactly where you 6 months ago you thought this is where I want to be. Even if you is where you want to be, even if you are where you want to be 6 months ago, where you wanted to be, don't you understand that 6 months is a long time to recover? I'm not trying to put no hex on nobody because that's not my way. And I don't do witchcraft because that ain't my way either. And I only wish her the best. My baby. Because growth is a process. It's not an overnight thing. So you think you're grown? You know, like you got a little teenager at your house and she thinks she's grown and she's gonna talk to you crazy and do all that stuff. Yeah. Little teenager got a little job, now she thinks and a little boyfriend like she's grown. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh Lord. You know how you're like, oh Lord Jesus. So I gotta let that go, y'all. Because it's not particularly about that person. It has a lot to do with a lot of people that have come in and out of my life. They thought they was grown. If I told you a story, you wouldn't even believe me. Even my own mother thought she was grown. Oh, you think you're grown? Grown takes inner work. It don't mean your age don't mean a damn thing. Grown takes inner work. My mother thought she was, oh, you grown? Okay. Oh, you gonna do this to me? Mm-hmm. All right. God says I'm protected. My angels, my sources, my gods, and my spirits, my universe. And my universe is my own, so is your universe your own. My universe says I'm protected. They say no matter what happens, we got you. All you gotta do is stay straight and believe in yourself. So shall it be. It matters not who comes in and try to knock you off your shelf. You'll still be the only book on mine. And if they try to knock you off, I knock their ass out blind. And I don't care, read any Sagittarius reading you want to. We are protected. Not just any Sagittarius. I don't know who else out here got it, but I know he has my back. That's all I want to know. And whatever he asks, even if I don't like it, I'll do it. I ain't dumb. I know God, he don't got a belt. He whoop your behind with life. And I sure don't want too many more life lessons. And sometimes he does things that you think is so cruel to get you out of a situation you ain't supposed to be in the first place. Was never. You were never supposed to be there. And that was a lesson. You ain't supposed to be here. Just like that. He will sit your behind down in a heartbeat. For real. He sure will. Y'all think he don't exist? But every time some shit happen, you praying to him. Oh, baby. Oh, Lord. Good luck with that. You're going to learn the same damn lesson over and over again. I mean it. And you know, he's like, damn, you hard-headed. Sometimes he'll be like, damn, you hard-headed. Let me do this one. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, I'm gonna let you settle down until you get good and comfortable. Let me do it again. I'm gonna let you settle down. I'm gonna do it again until I learn my lesson. Okay, you all right, Pops. Okay, Pops. I get it. I get it, okay. He don't need no extension cords or belts. He don't need no switches. For real. He got your whole existence. He don't need all that. So I try to just live in his goodness. And I'm just trying to stay in his grace. Oh, Lord Jesus. For real. As you find any man, woman's child, anything human to try to take his place, anything material to try to take his place, my God is a jealous God. He got him fucked up real quick. And those who don't believe, it's probably why you keep going through some shit. Significant, mighty, prevalent, substantial, existent. And if you don't believe that he's all that, don't go. Miss Mary, don't go nowhere because I got to go to use the restroom real quick, please, love. Because I'm enjoying my conversation with you. But if you don't believe in him, that's all I need is him. It's all I've ever needed my entire life is him. Hi, Elaine. How are you doing, sweet baby? Restroom break. Love you. Okay, sorry, y'all. Whew. So, yeah, my God, y'all is an awesome God. How you doing, Elaine? How you doing, sweet baby? I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for him. Somehow he makes like a track for me. You know how you feel like, I'm so glad, sweet baby. You know how like you feel like, you know how like you're working out and you go into the high school and you're running on the track? Well, what if like that, it's like a road. He makes a road for me, like a road map. I'm supposed to follow and figure out. But he said, don't even try to figure it out. He said, just keep walking, like sands of time. Just keep moving. I mean, there's nothing, if you knew, and I keep hearing this message all the time. And he said, if you knew that there is nothing you could do to go wrong, and nothing you do will go wrong, what would you do? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. What do I do with this information? There's nothing you could do to be wrong. And there's nothing that you do will go wrong. What would you do? Oh, snap. He said, I gave you, you agreed to one of the hardest childhoods I ever seen. Even harder than the ones. But what if you knew that anything you do or anything, anywhere you go will not go wrong? What would you do? Oh, snap. Then I started to think about my life. Oh, when shit was really supposed to go wrong, it just kind of didn't. And I cussed at him too, so understand. I will ask him, what the fuck is going on right now? He never leaves us or forsakes us. I said, oh, snap. A lot of things I should have gotten. I mean, Elaine, just listen. You'll hear the message. Stay long enough to hear it. Because questions are now cashapped. 1 question, $5. 3 questions, 10. But as far as hearing a message, I will stick around to hear your message. Make sure you read the chat board too, because Miss Mary make a whole lot of sense. There's a whole lot of stuff, Miss Mary, that I should have gotten in trouble for. There's a whole lot of things that I should have been like, I mean, a lot of things could have really went wrong for me. Miss Mary, you don't even know. You don't even know. They were gonna keep me in jail one time for 90 days. My mama got me out in a week. There's a lot of things I could have just suffered through. And all my guys, my spirits, my angels, my universe, they said, oh, not mine. Not mine. Not mine. But I'm so humbled by that all I can do is work for them. On my off time for working for my bills, I work for spirit. I don't even have a life no more myself. That's the only thing I see is his blessings. Are their blessings. Sometimes I go in the store, all of a sudden I be thinking about, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, what should I do about this? Somebody random will come in here, come in the store and say something just random right in front of my face about exactly what I should do about it. And it'll be either how it went right for them or how it went wrong for them if they didn't do what I was thinking about I maybe should or shouldn't do. And I have to say a word to them. God said, oh, not mine. Spirit said, oh, not mine. My ancestors said, oh, not mine. Not mine. So now I'm at the dilemma in my life, like, if nothing would ever go wrong, it'll always be in your favor, some way, somehow, some shape. What would you do with it? And that's where I'm at. And you know, these like billions and billions and billions of ideas keep running through my head, but also because I'm so used to life, so do the consequences. if I can never lose, what would I do? All I keep thinking about is the consequences to my actions. But honestly, if I were to be honest, there would have been very few. My whole life, I have not had to deal with anything but what people put upon me. A creature of existence. I try my damnedest to work for him. I try my damnedest, but it's the people in which I work for that wants a message. We don't want to pay a dollar or a dime for it. Well, okay, just sit and listen, like you go out to all those other tarot readers that are pre-recorded and you listen to them. Just sit and listen. What's wrong with that? He told me, if you knew there was nothing, there was, you could do anything and you wouldn't lose. Because if you lose self, it is actually, let's say you're with somebody and you lose, that is actually you giving versus you accepting exactly who you are. You lost yourself in somebody. That's not who I made you to be. Here's a lesson. Okay, all right. Get back to self. I'll give you some time to do that. You ain't learning the lesson and you keep on and keep on and keep on. Here's another lesson. Well, you ain't never kept me in the dungeon for too long. That's why my God is an awesome God. That's why people say, oh, you're a tarot reader and you keep speaking of and you keep doing of and you. I'm speaking for spirit. These are your ancestors that I'm talking for. And God put a little message up in there for himself. Anger only lasts, exactly. Anger should only last for a moment, not a lifetime. Because if anger lasts a lifetime, you're going to keep getting lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson and keep skipping at blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing. Anger only lasts a moment. So why be angry about it? I think I learned that lesson the first time. When we first got angry at each other, you're just going to keep missing and missing and missing and missing, even if it's heartfelt. I ain't going to say that. Once I stayed angry for somebody for so long, I held a grudge. Ooh, baby. You ever seen the movie The Grudge? You know, you see what happens to people who hold grudges. You ever seen the movie The Grudge? It brings the evil out you. Some people think I'm being fake because I forgive them. People think I'm fake because I forgive them. Okay. All right, little baby. I'm far from fake. Truth is, it takes more of my energy, more of my beauty, more of my style and my grace to be mad at you than to say, don't worry about it. I'm not even going to be mad. This is the one day you're going to need me. I forgive. It doesn't mean I have to forget, but I sure forgive. I don't do shit for nobody. I don't even read cards for them. I read cards for my spirit, my God, my soul, my universe, my Holy Mary, my Mother of God, who reigned from the heaven and the earth. People think I'm doing it for them. I'm not doing it for you. I'll do it with you. But I won't do it for you. I do this for them. People who cannot speak for themselves. But there's a lesson that you need to hear. That's why I do it. That's why we be cussing each other out. Me, God, Spirit, Universe, and all of us. We sit in this room. Sometimes people are like, why the fuck you talking to yourself? I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to Spirit. And they get on my goddamn nerves sometimes. You keep asking me to help all these people. Man, they're just blind as all get out in the matrix of the world. Act like when you step outside, you cannot smell the air in which you breathe. You can't be even grateful for waking up in the morning. The food you eat. Just stuck. You can't tell God I'm great and I'm full. For even waking up in the morning. Thank you for another day. So yeah, I get frustrated. I really do. Because people are out here working, wondering when Timothy gonna come back, when Jonathan gonna come back, when Ahmed is gonna come back, when Hamed is gonna come back. Girl, please. Girl, you sure ain't the only one. You is not alone. And I will be like, oh Lord, sometimes I think I'll be the only one. When is X think about me? What does Jesus think about you? Girl, what does your higher power think about you? Like, for real. You sitting over here waiting for a man to validate you? A woman to validate you? With or without them. If they never came back, what you gonna do? Sit here and daydream? Fell asleep beneath the flowers for a couple of hours. What a beautiful day. What? You don't sit here and daydream about somebody that ain't Jesus, God, source, universe, or even the Bible that's sitting right in front of your face? And please, do not even ask me about the Bible, because I will Bible thump your ass. So don't come in here asking me to Bible thump, because I studies mine, highlighted, written down scriptures, and all that. Daydream. I felt it's not that I devalue people. And don't take it the wrong way. I think that people are so valuable. I think of people like how God thinks of people. So if you don't see your value, I'm gonna put it right in your damn face. Your value is you. And if you don't see it, where are you going? What do you want? That's what he's asking. If you don't see how valuable you are, then where are you going? And what do you want? Beautiful. People are so beautiful. You know what? Man, come on. I'll sit down with the homeless, and I don't give how funky they are, because they don't value themselves enough to wipe their balls or the vaginas or take a shower or go swim in a swimming pool. I don't know. But I will sit down and have a conversation with them. And they be like, you don't want to be hanging out with the homeless. Absolutely. I sure do. If I drive down the street and they holding a sign, they need some change, I give it to them. I ain't gonna give you no $100. But I sure will give you enough to buy you a hamburger, some fries. If you ask enough of us for some hamburgers and some fries, because I'm about to support your drinking habit, your habit, your habit, because I got my own. I got gas, I got bills, I got a home that I gotta pay the rent at. But I sure will hang out with the homeless. They're very knowledgeable people, and you have no idea how smart addicts are. They're very smart, very smart. And what I've learned is a person who has learned to manipulate themselves around this world, or manipulate their bodies around this world, their minds and their brains, they're actually a lot smarter than the average person. Because the average person, if they ever work in their situation, they would not be able to do it. They could not live. You know what, Miss Mary, the issue is why you get so annoyed with people is because you see. You must be a seer. I see into you. You don't think I see into you, but I see into you. And that's what God is trying to show you, is that you're a seer. You see into people. It doesn't matter what comes out of their mouth, because a pair of lips will say anything. But you ask God to see into people, which is exactly what gets on your nerves. It's like, the part is, am I wrong? Like, am I seeing this right? Am I hearing this right? Is the story you telling me, am I envisioning this right? Then you realize, oh yeah, I'm right. Thank you, Jesus, for the gift. It's your gift. It's just annoying as fuck to see people just sit there and placate and lie to you and cheat and be this and be that and this and that, all up in your face. That's the annoying part. That's the part that annoys you, and you don't know why it annoys you and makes you nervous. It's because you see it. They don't. They think you don't. Because have you ever if you got kids, the kids are like, you be like, why did you skip school? They'll come up with like some ass backward excuse. And then you be like, excuse me, that don't even make sense on my best day. Even if I was willing to ignore that part. Why did you skip school? Then they come up with another reason. Well, Mom, he lets me understand what caused the width in their life. The worth or the width? Thing is, come on, Miss Mary. This is the wrath, yes. The madness. The reason they're going through their madness. That, oh my God, that is a perfect explanation of exactly what I'm saying. The reason you have the wrath in your life, look what you. And then you come to my good-hearted soul thinking, I'm going to save you from your wrath. And all in all, I'm realizing you just bringing your wrath to my house. And daydream. You fell asleep beneath the flowers for a couple of hours. What a beautiful day. I am not going to be your daydream. Because honestly, if you was willing to get rid of that wrath, you stop what you're doing. Because that's exactly what God is asking you to do. Daydream. I'm just a daydream to you. Because you wish you were anything like me. Which is probably why we have problems in the first place. Envy is it's a hidden enemy. Envy is a hidden enemy. Don't, baby. Envy is a hidden enemy. And I see just envy on people's faces all the time. I just see it. And the things that they do, their mannerisms, their interactions. Oh, you got a 2018, I got a 2020. He got a 2020, I got a 2018. Oh, I need a 2022 in order to beat this person off their game. Daydream. If that's your dream, God will give it to you. Ain't gonna make you better than that person. Envy is a hidden enemy. They wear it like, ooh. Oh, I can't stand it. They will sit there and wear this envy like let's have a homeboy. They see him and they goes and they chains and they this and they that. And all they can do is be like, I can't wait to look like you, man. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna have more goals and chains than you. Hey, my brother, what you doing? What's going on? Daydream. Thank you. Exactly. No one is better than anyone. I don't give a damn what show you put on. I was that person putting on them shows. It wasn't even like that. If I were to be honest, when I was out here in these streets, I wasn't putting on a show. All I ever heard was, "B, you a genuine person and I really like you." They may not be my friend no more for certain reasons or another. Not like a friend no more. It's like if I saw them on the street today, they'd be like, "Hey, B, what you doing, man?" But they don't remember the guy that came up in their goals. They don't remember the guy that came up in their Cadillacs and their grills. They don't remember that person, but they remember me. I'm not a daydream. A daydream can come today and leave tomorrow. I'm the truth. And they'll tell me, I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so about that place. Come on now. Thank you. And I was special to you, but you were special to me. Otherwise, I'd have never answered my phone in the first place. There was something so special about that place. Even when I had to let go, it was so much space. Ooh. When we were out there, we was out of touch. Come on, man. Y'all think music don't make no damn sense? That's music is the way your angels and your gods and your universe speak to you without me in word. In word. No. You must think I'm crazy. Come on. Come on now. Y'all gotta realize how the universe works. If you want to be in tarot and up in here, realize that it don't take no cards to get you where you want to be. I can shuffle these decks all day long. And you can keep asking questions, and one after another. But shit ain't gonna change. Exactly. People will destroy what God meant for them with some ugliness. You lost your damn mind. I remember when I lost my mind. But there was something so special about that place. But even when I had to let go with so much space. Now, Miss Mary, we've been on the same page, so we know this. We know this. We know this. And not a lot of people are willing to accept this. It's not even just a relationship with God, because God created all things, including man. It takes a relationship with all. Like having your ears open, your eyes open, your view, your consciousness, your vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. You have to have all of that, because you cannot ever ignore the uniqueness of you. There's a lot of things that I do. God said, I'm supposed to be famous. I'm supposed to be out here promoting music. No, all of it is not holy and Christian. Okay. But he also said, the words in which you speak come straight from your brain, which I gave you. So speak. Okay. All right. What you want me to say? And he said, it's not about what I want you to say. I want you to be uniquely you. Say what's on your mind. Okay. Are you sure that's okay? Oh, it's fine. Everything. And that's when you know you left the matrix. When you know that you are connected to everything. Sometimes I will listen to these tarot readings and I forgot to pay a bill. And they'll be like, make sure you get your bill paid. Make sure you take care of this person. Make sure you take care of this part. Make sure you take care of this part. But your eyes and your ears and your mind have to be open to hear it. This is your lesson. This is your lesson. Turn this lesson or a blessing. Listen. But your mind has to be open to hear it. This is going to happen. This is a future prediction. But your mind has to be open to hear it. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about? I be listening to these tarot readings sometimes. And then I'll be going out in the world. I'll be listening to these songs sometimes. I'll be like, what the hell y'all talking about? But the message is very loud and very clear. If you don't, then they give you if you don't scenario. Someone could go to jail. Someone's gonna get pulled over. Someone's pregnant. They give you them scenarios too. If you don't listen. Trust me, they said, baby, if you don't get pregnant, and I know you 40, I'll be 40 on Saturday. I know you 40. If you don't get pregnant, don't worry, because God got a plan for you to adopt. But for as of right now, keep them legs closed, because there are no valuable, reliable people out here for a single person as of yet. Does that mean that couples that are in a horrible relationship should be together? No. Honestly, I'd rather be single. That way, now we get it. You live it, remember that song? It's a different world. Remember that show? Than where we come from. You remember that show? They wasn't lying back then, and that show ain't lying now. It's a different world than where we come from. I was talking to somebody yesterday about being an 80s baby. We were talking about how different the world is from the 80s until today. You remember the rotary phone? You remember the white pages phone book that was this thick versus the one that's this thin? You remember when you had to look up your best friend number, your best friend mama or daddy number in the white pages? You remember them? Come on now. It's a different world than where we come from. You had a little black book that you kept all your phone numbers in. And you had to keep that book with you in order to make sure you keep track of all the phone numbers, because if you wrote it down on a piece of paper, you lost it, and then you never saw that person again. It's a different world than where we come from. Remember the big wheel? They don't even sell big wheels no more. They barely even sell tricycles. Remember the Atari? That was the first Nintendo ever made. Remember when they actually did make Nintendo? Blowing the Nintendo and put it in there? Just to play the game, halftime it didn't work. You had to buy a whole new game. It's a different world. Now you just put a CD in the Xbox. You better not scratch it. Oh, no, matter of fact, now you don't even have to have the CD. You just download it off the internet. Privileged ass fucks. Sometimes I'll be like, God, why couldn't I be born right now? For real. They told me I was supposed to live a long time, but shit, I can't stop smoking cigarettes. I know I can't. But still, it's my nerves, because like this shit gets on my nerves. Like, watch that little boy, little girl. You sitting over here eating in my goddamn kitchen. on the recipes I got from my grandmama, my mama, and my daddy, and my sisters and my brothers, and probably off the internet. If you don't sit your behind down and eat this stuff, I made it. Otherwise, I'm going to take your plate and you can go hungry for the night. And you be sitting there rubbing your belly, wondering why you didn't eat it. Better eat that broccoli. At least I'll put cheese on it. I ain't playing with you. Man, it's a different world than where we came from. I gotta say this. Hey, let me say this. And I'm gonna say this for sure. When I was growing up, my family was still working the cotton fields. It may have been for $1 or a dime, but they were. Oh my God. Oh shoot. So right up there, remember? Rewind. No. Rewind. And I always was like, okay, you never made it to quite exactly where the song started. So you had to listen to the end of the last song that you probably didn't even like in the first place. Just to get to your favorite song, you say, okay, this is the end of that song. Ooh, here we go. Ah. For real. And that was a Miss Lady. I don't know. My grandfather still had the 8-track and the El Camino. Don't say that. And the El Camino was a new car. Okay. He still had the 8-track and the El Camino. We wasn't even at the tape yet. Oh God, when they came out with the tape deck, they just traded in their car for the tape deck car. Remember I had the little buttons on it? You don't have like the little skip buttons that you have like so pressy and you can press it to the next song. Remember? Remember? We had to rewind, play, rewind. It had little buttons on it where it was a, and I hope your tape was a good tape. Because if your tape wasn't a good tape, you would be like, I say, what's going on with my tape? You press the eject button. All of a sudden, your tape came out with the string. And you had to get the little pencil and then rewind the tape and then put it back all online. And then you missed your song anyway. And then now when the song plays, it sounds all scratched up because the tape got mixed up all in. These are some privileged ass children. We didn't even know what a cell phone was. I had to push them in. That's right. We pushed them. And then the song was what was the song? Oh God, it just came in my head like left just as quick, but I'll think of it in a minute. So then, and remember, look, my auntie had a jukebox in our living room. I ain't gonna lie, she was the shit. I don't know how she talked herself in that jukebox. Then you had to get the pencil. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't even use the metal part. You had to use like the square, the octagon part, the hectagon part. Oh Lord, that's when pencils really came in handy because if you wasn't in school, it was at the number 2 pencil to take your test. You were using that beast in order to get your tape right. Hold on, remember the VHS? Come on now. You remember the VHS? And then when you didn't like the movie no more, you watched it about 50 times. You used to click that little part at the bottom of the VHS to record over. Hi, Rashima. How you doing, baby? My auntie was a hustler. I don't know how she hustled her way into, and I still know what house we lived in, and I miss it. I pray on God. I miss that house. I ain't gonna lie. I drive by that house at least when I was living in my city. I drove by that house all the time just to remember where I came from so I can know where I'm going. And my auntie was my grandma's, my auntie, the one that raised me, my auntie that always kept me. She was my grandma's husband's sister, but they always stayed together. My grandma and my auntie-in-law, and that was my auntie-in-law, but her name was Lola, and I'll be goddamn if she ain't my auntie, and I won't ever never call her in-law again. That'll be the first time I ever did, and the last time I ever will. I love my Aunt Lola. I love my grandma too. My grandma was crazy. Like, not like crazy, but crazy like me. For real. She was crazy like me. I used to go, I was a kid. They used to let me play with them. I used to go up and hit them. And she said, "Girl, don't you hear me no more? Girl." She used to hit, when she caught me, she used to hit me so hard, goddamn, across the shoulder. She cried. She said, "That's what you get." And I said, she said, "Girl." I was so hard-headed. I ain't gonna lie. I went back for the fight. I went back for the fight. But that's what they loved about me. Like, they were so sweet. My auntie and my granny was so sweet. They were such sweet people. Even they used to fight for me, like against my mama, for real. They used to fight for me against my mom. And the only reason I got taken from my mama when I was a young kid, only reason why they couldn't adopt me is because they were so old. They couldn't keep up with me. They tried to keep me in the family. They were so. If I could say two people in my family were ever fucking awesome, my auntie, my grandma. My grandma was the strong, silent type, and my auntie was the one that used to cuss everybody in the family out. And my auntie protected me and my grandma from every fucking buddy. She wasn't playing. My Aunt Lola is not a game. She's the one with the jukebox. She the one who owned the house. She the one my grandma was staying with. She the one. My granny was so sweet. I used to sleep in the room with my granny. And I'd be over there when my mama used to leave me there. My mom wasn't shit. She still ain't. But there's not a memory that I don't have that is not the most awesome thing in the world with my auntie and my grandma. Because that's where our family used to unite. Now that it's left to my mother and my auntie, which is my grandmother's children, we don't even hardly see each other. We talk to each other, but there's no more barbecues. It was at first. There's no more barbecues. There's no more chilling. There's no more nothing. There's no more drunken uncles getting, drunk and like arguing and fighting, and somebody got to get in the middle of it. It's no more of that. And that part, I even still enjoy it. Because it's a family reunion as far as close family goes. There's no more. They're having it at their own house now with their own children. There's no more of that. There's no more unity. What happened to unity? A family that prays together stays together. We stopped praying together. I miss them. I remember when my uncle, he had so much crust on the back of his feet from working in the fields that his wife used to scrape the crust off the back of his feet, off his heels. Oh my God, from working the fields. That's how close we were when they were alive. No, we don't have that no more. I tried to remake it, but nobody wants to listen to the youngest of the family. Youngest of their generation, but the oldest of mine. I'm the oldest born child. I was the firstborn child of all of our ancestries, of all of our ancestry's children. I'm the oldest. Firstborn. And I couldn't get it back together. It was sad. But happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And it doesn't make me sad so much as it takes a village to raise a family. I can't do it on my own. Otherwise, I'm going to get opposition. And that is not worth disturbing my peace for the fact that my mama's still alive and she do too much. She just do. I try to make my family rich and wealthy. I know how. My ancestors bought so much land when they were joining the war and this and that and the other. We own most of 3 cities. They don't want to pay the taxes on it. We own electric companies, gas companies. Like, my ancestors were very hard workers. I respect them for that. And that's why no matter what, I will listen to them. We own most of 3 cities. I'm not even saying. We own most of Austin, Dallas, and Fort Worth. We don't own some. We own most of, in Fort Worth, we own most of the telephone company, gas company, electricity. We own that in Fort Worth. We own a slight less bit of land in Fort Worth. And you know what? How I figured this out? And if you ever want me to look up your family lineage and figure out how y'all can get yours, I got you. I have it all laid out in like this big folder like this of how much my family owns. But no one wants to pay the taxes on it. They just living for today, living in the moment. The spirit keeps saying, stop living in the past. Now, I can't not forget where I came from. I can't forget where I came from. Live for the moment. One day, Spirit says, it will be my time. Prevalent. But as long as our elders of our family are still alive, they are not going to listen. They just think I'm speaking gibberish. But it's right there in the government's hand, written by them. All you have to do is claim it. Okay. When it's my time, I'm going to take it by the hand. When it's my time, all it takes is the blood test. When it's my time, I'm going to take it by the hand. And I'm not. And if you ever want to know what your family owns, your lineage, I'll be more than happy to look it up. I did my research. I think I did it I was 37, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. No, I was 28, 29. Now I'm 40. So it was almost 11 years ago. I've been holding on to this information. I presented it, but they wouldn't talk about it. But they talk about how other people got their land back, but they wouldn't talk about how they could get their land, our own land back. They don't want to pay the taxes. When it's my time, I'm going to take it by the hand. Thinking it's imaginary notion. Thinking I'm a super fan. Oh. I may have made that part up. One thing you cannot take from somebody is a bloodline. Okay? So if you ever want to know, just hit my email box. I'll let you know what you own. You remember when slaves went into slavery and they only signed X's and O's? And black folks. White people gave it to us. That's why they asked us not to learn to read and write. So that we didn't know what we were signing for them, with them, on them. When it's my time, I'm going to take it by the hand. I'm not playing with nobody. Because it's about time to us black folks. This is not prohibition, baby. This is, I'm going to claim what's mine. You remember them 3 acres and a mule? Nah, baby. We signed for more than 3 acres and a mule. With our X's and O's, and you actually went so far as to keep a record of what we were signing for you. And let us go frontline so that we could get killed so you could have it. And I'm Indian American. One of the first inhabitants on this earth. Baby. Just wait. I'm being very patient. Patience is a virtue. Because when it's my time, I'm going to take it by the hand. They might say I'm $1 million in taxes. I hope that year I win the lottery. I pray that year for the lottery. Heard me? Because when it's my time, I'm going to take it by. And everybody going to be so mad. And I said, I told you about it and you didn't want to listen. Now it's mine. Because it's my time to take it by the hand. This was never an imaginary notion. What I say about that? I want all of you to understand. We all were brought here from Africa. I don't care what white people say. Go back to Africa. Well, if you want me to go back to Africa, then why the hell you bring me here in the first place? Oh, I'm sorry. Did your white skin not be able to stand the heat and the sun and the picking the cotton and the this and the that? Because your white skin would burn as soon as the sun hit it. So you sitting over there on your porch with your fan, signing everything you got in my name. Joseph the slave, John the slave, Anthony the slave. Oh, did you do that? Is it my time? You brought me here. And your ancestors, they made the mistaking the fact that I wouldn't come after mine. How you think when slavery was abolished, all them slaves got to still stay on the plantations, even though the slave owners were dead? Because we owned it. They left it to us. It's my time to take you by the hand. It's our time to receive. It's not just mine. It's our time. African Americans need to stand the fuck up and stop being scared. Because fears were fools. We ain't got no lashings. We ain't gonna get hung. Well, you know what state you is. You might have to have an army of us. But if African Americans at the time realized they could have overtaken, they had, what, 100, 150 African American slaves to what? One slave house? What, 4, 5 people, 6 people? We could have got there. Are y'all ready to go? Let me know. That was the real of all I was trying to say. I don't enter and underestimate it. It's not worth it. I know it's hard for most people to believe. Passion fruit. Hey, lady. What you doing, baby? It's not going well. However, I had a good time. Financially, it's not going well. I realized that even though I'm really good at my job, this is probably not where I'm supposed to be. I'm really good at what I do, but it's not where I'm supposed to be. Not in a bad way, baby. Just in a like, I need to be honest with myself. I have been, trust me. And my message this morning, even before I even started this page, started this live, was if it's not, if you're giving a service that is not being appreciated by others, then that's not where you're supposed to be. I could work at my job all day and at least get a paycheck. Here, half the people want everything for free and don't get nothing. They said maybe this is not where I'm supposed to be. As intuitive as I may be, maybe it's a gift that I'm supposed to use for myself versus giving it out freely. I do love it. I do. I love helping people. Honestly, what I read for people don't ultimately help me. It ultimately helps others. But the others in which I do help, it just kind of, it goes in one ear and out the other until they actually see it happen in their life. And then it's like, somebody wrote me on my page twice commented on my page talking about, when you told me not to be with her no more, it broke me. The reason I told you not to be with her no more is because regardless, thank you very much for your confirmation, because regardless, you're still going to be in the same situation. She's going to be in the same situation. Y'all going to be in the same situation that y'all departed in. I'm trying to think of it that way. Then I have this 9 to 5 that's sitting in my face. And then I have the gangster way sitting in my face. It is. Maybe you're right. Maybe I stay online entirely too long. I feel like sometimes too that I like the sound of my own voice. Not even like the sound of my own voice, but when I speak to other people, like I get messages, in my own mind, and at the moment, I don't get for myself unless I speak them in word. When I speak them in word, then I get them myself. I do love tarot. I do love tarot. I just want to say, let me elaborate. I just want to say it's the least lucrative income I have right now. Well, the second least lucrative income I have right now. Not that it doesn't bring in any money. Every once in a while, some people are very nice and generous, but in the last 3 months, I've like really have been doing a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of answering, and people have not been very understanding or giving. So I don't know what to do. No, I think my last donation was 3 months ago. In the last 2 months. That is 90 days of giving free readings and answers and getting nothing in return. Just giving. Now, Miss Passion Fruit, I want you to go to your job and give everyone advice and not clock in and never get a paycheck. And it's not even a job for me. I do it for the love of what we do, but at the same time, so you don't get a paycheck or nothing back ever for your grace and your glory. You just go to your job and don't clock in. So you never get a paycheck, no money coming in, but all of your energy going out. Info Entertainment 999. I know that you saw the information when you signed into here, so it's not free today. For consistently for 90 days. 60 days. No paycheck. Well, you're welcome to donate to my channel and get your reading, Info Entertainment 999. It's not the same as, it's not about getting extra for free. Once you have a client in your room, you automatically create commission, right? Now, once that person comes in, you have a such and such window to within your commission to receive. You can throw them out as soon as, like, okay, I gave you a 10-minute dialysis of your skin condition. That is technically 40 minutes. And then you decide on your own as a personal healing to do what you can to help. What if you don't get that commission? Don't get the commission. Don't get anything for 60 days. Nothing for 60 days. How will your family live? How will you live? Nothing at all for what you do for 60 days. I was saying that as well. It's not that I'm not provided for. At the place that you love, the center of your existence. I love reading cards. I love working for spirit. It's not spirit that's not willing. It's the people. Just like Info Entertainment, just like right now, 999. They're afraid to send a $5 cash out for one question. A $10 cash out for 3, which is your suggestion. My internet seems to be out. Hello? 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 Hello, hello. Come back on my next live.